Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a beautiful day again here at Bluefield University as we play Montreat again for the last game of the series. Sadly, Montreat won 2 games of the series yesterday, but hopefully we can get a win today to get back in them at least for one. And today, for today's starting lineup for Bluefield, we have Nick Duncan on the mound, a graduate student from Martinsville, Virginia. We have Michael Royston behind the plate, Cody Crafton at third, Josh Holland at shortstop, Dylan Dotson at second base, and Nick Sturgio at first base. And for the outfield, we have Chris Johnson in left field, Sean Davis-Cherry in center field, and Jordan Ramsey in right field. And I believe the DH for today is Max McLaughlin. Yesterday they put up some in the second game. Bluefield rallied back a little bit, but sadly they had a home run, 3-run home run in the third to give Montreat the lead. So hopefully we can get back from yesterday and show that we can still compete with them.
For sure. And run through Montreat's starting lineup as well. For Montreat, leading off, number 31, Justin Austin. Hitting in the 2-hole, number 19, Gustavo Gonzalez, the second baseman. In the 3-hole, catcher Zachary Long. Hitting cleanup for the Cavaliers, third baseman Tommy Ramos. Next is designated hitter number 34, Daniel Restrepo. In left field for the Cavaliers is number 3, Hunter Furchess. Center fielder number 11, Matthew Bruner, is next up, followed by number 25, Jason Brulport. Final hitter for Montreat in their lineup is shortstop number 2, Caden Ethier, and their starting pitcher is number 12, Ryan Hendrickson, a 5'9", 190-pound lefty from Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow.
Indeed. And as we get ready to start action here, really looking for these Rams to bounce back in a very strong way. Very close to pulling out that last game there yesterday, but just didn't go our way. As number 31, Justin Austin, the right fielder for Montreat, now steps in the box as Duncan looks to begin this game strong.
Duncan has been a 3-year starter here, so he's calm in these situations, and he's actually my roommate. So, I get to hear everything that about his starts, and I know he's going to do well.
Duncan starts off the game strong, strike one on the outer edge. Montreat trying to keep the energy up just as they did yesterday evening with a lot of commotion coming from their dugout.
Yeah, a lot of commotion indeed. Yesterday they'd like to do the Sioux from that was called ball there, but yesterday they'd like to do the Ronaldo Sioux after they hit a home run, so that left a little bit of a pit in our stomachs, and we want to get back at that later today and see if we can capitalize off their energy and bring the energy towards us.
Duncan from the windup. Low for ball number 2. That'll even the count to 2-1.
Looked like a change up there. Duncan, a change was probably his best pitch, being thrown partners with him for a good amount of time. I can't catch it, so if that tells you anything.
2-1 offering on the way. Swung on and fouled back to even the count to 2-2 for Austin. Austin hitting .326 so far this year with 15 walks.
Wow. Didn't you say he was 200 OBS yesterday?
I'm not sure.
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
Game 1, yes. He was
Game 1.
Perfect game 1, getting on base every time he came up to the dish. And that's clubbed out into right field. Shallow right field. Dotson under it. And that'll be out number 1.
I really thought that ball was going a little bit farther than it was, and then it just went straight up. So that's a good out by Nick there to get a five pitches or less out there.
Very good at bat from Duncan to secure out number 1. And that'll bring up second baseman, number 19, Gustavo Gonzalez for Montreat.
Gonzalez, I think he had a couple hits on the day yesterday, a couple walks as well.
As that's in there for strike number 1 from Duncan.
Looked like a slurve there. It's actually a really beautiful day in Bluefield. Not too hot, not too cold. Just a beautiful day where people can walk in the park after the church or whatever they want to do, go fishing. Beautiful day here. Ball barely out. Looked like it was on the river there.
Great miss from Duncan there. Very close pitch. Just to back up what you said about the weather, man, feels like spring finally.
I know. When I walked into the stadium today, I was like, oh, my gosh, it feels like spring. The birds were chirping. Everything felt great.
Mm-hmm. Chopped left side. Crafton fields at the bag. Over to first base. Throw up the line. Sturgeon makes the catch and applies the tag for out number 2. Crafton, very sure glove over there. Doing a great job so far this season for these Rams. Yeah. What a way to start out March, though. Great day, great weather.
Exactly.
Hope it stays
Man, I
this way.
forgot it was March now.
I did too. And that'll bring up number 32, catcher Zachary Long, left-handed hitting catcher for this Montreat squad, as Duncan now has 2 outs and goes into the windup.
Good pitch by Duncan there. Blew it right past him.
Hefty cut from Long for strike 1.
Duncan, the 24-year-old, had a couple injuries in the previous school. He wanted to prove something wrong to himself and to the people around him, so went to Bluefield and has done really well here. He's done really well in summer ball. He's just done an overall great job in here at Bluefield, being a starter here.
And Duncan will log strike 2 on a foul ball left side from Long, who now is in an 0-2 count with 2 outs here.
See if he can get that changeup out. I know he can.
Duncan working very effectively so far for these Rams. Into the windup. The 0-2 offering on the way. Scott left side, shallow left field. Johnson calls off both Holland and Crafton to make out number 3. Very loud communication from the left fielder there, which is what you like to see.
That's very much what you like to see there. Duncan with an efficient inning. Went 1, 2, 3. See if we can't do that the entire game. I believe this is a 9, correct?
I believe so, yes. Rams keep it very clean there, and now even 0-0 going to bottom 1. As we begin the bottom of the first inning, Rams looking to get rolling hot here with number 5, switch-hitting catcher Michael Royston stepping in right side here as we have a lefty on the mound, just as we mentioned earlier. That's Ryan Hendrickson, senior from Anchorage, Alaska.
That still blows my mind that he's from Anchorage, Alaska. When I think about Alaska, I think about the Outdoor Boys. And it's just a wild thing to me to see a person play baseball from Alaska.
Mm-hmm. And Royston will take strike 1 quickly in an 0-1 count here. Hendrickson into the windup. Fouled back for strike 2. Hendrickson looks to be attacking early here in this at-bat. trying to get ahead on Royston, who is a very formidable hitter for this Rams lineup.
Drew a lot of walks yesterday as well.
And great eyes from the catcher there. Certainly knows the zone as he takes ball one close to the edge. Hendrickson into the windup. The 1-2 offering. Grounded left side. Third baseman Ramos fields over to the first baseman Brillport for out number 1.
Ramos had him a day yesterday. Had 3 bombs on the day. Hopefully we can limit that today. Don't want no deep balls. Let's see if we can put out some deep balls, though.
Be nice. Speaking of, that'll bring up 2-hole hitter, number 20, Jordan Ramsey, the right fielder.
He's had, 3 home runs on the year?
I believe 2, but Ramsey certainly has light tower power.
Yes, he does.
As he takes strike 1 there. Ramsey, very good, good at the plate, good in the field, good on the bases as well. Swings. Ooh. Ramsey high into left center field. Center fielder and left fielder drawing back onto the track where they will make the catch for out number 2. Great swing by Ramsey, just not enough juice in it to get out of the park. So quickly, Rams now 2 outs here, bottom 1, and that'll bring up number 23, left fielder Chris Johnson.
Also, certainly, this guy has light tower power as well. Usually hits about 2-3 bombs in BP, usually going over the creek. So let's see if he can do that here today.
Hendrickson into the windup, fires.
Hits
into
him.
Johnson's back. Johnson looks like hair displeased with that as he jogs down to first base. And Rams now have 1 runner on with 2 gone.
Hey, free base is a free base, man.
And that brings up the cleanup hitter for this Rams squadron, Nick Sturgio, the first baseman, one of the senior leaders on this club, certainly looking to do damage here. Hendrickson's first offering from the stretch this evening goes strike on the outside corner.
See if we can put a bat on ball here. Move runners to third. See if Surge can show that speed there. Get to second if he can hit this. Little deep get. Ball is down. See if he can get a little gap shot here. Get to second or maybe even third.
And they'll even things out 1-1 here with Johnson on first. Conservative lead as Hendrickson is lefty. He will pick back. Johnson able to get back. No problem there as Hendrickson certainly worried about the base running. Hendrickson comes set. Kicks and fires. And that's outside for ball number 2. Sturgio now in a formidable hitter's count with a 2-1 scenario in the box.
This is a perfect count you want to be in this situation.
Two-one offering from Hendrickson, driven out into center field right at the center fielder, and that'll be out number 3. As Rams get 1 runner on off of a hit by pitch, not able to capitalize there, but still nothing going top 2. looking top two here. Rams getting set to go. We'll be facing 4, 5, 6 for this Montreat roster as Tommy Ramos now strides in, the third baseman. Ramos, very strong day at the plate. Yesterday, hitting 3 home runs on the day.
Got intentionally walked as well in the top of the 7th.
Yes. So
in the second game.
Duncan certainly looking to prove his point early in this game against Ramos. Into the windup. First pitch of the at-bat, strike, outside corner. Duncan dots it up on the outer edge.
You can hear the whistling from the Montreat dugout. Trying to rattle Duncan. Cannot rattle him, though. Here's a 1 to him. Called strike again on the outside corner. Very good pitch by Nick Duncan there. He has perfected his craft on putting it where he wants it, whenever he wants it. So he's doing a very good job here doing that. See if he can put some high cheese up here. Here's the 0-2 from Duncan. Fouled off.
Fouled back and over the press box. Count remains 0-2. As Duncan still in the driver's seat so far in this at-bat against Ramos. Duncan in the windup. 0-2 pitch on the way. Hit high and deep into right field. Ramsey on the case. And
amazing job by Ramsey to get to that ball. They thought it was gone, but nuh-uh. That gets a first out of the top of the second.
Ramsey able to make an extremely tough ranging play, showcasing his speed there to get to the wall and get that get the fly ball there for out number 1. And that'll bring up number 34, Daniel Restrepo, who hit the go-ahead home run for Montreat yesterday afternoon. Duncan into the windup once more. Strike, outer corner, called.
Man, I'm telling you, he's painting these outside corners now. He doesn't want any chance of them trying to put a ball high up in the air or out. Man, you can still hear that Montreat dugout. I can hear it through my headphones right now, them screaming.
Yeah. Duncan still living outer corner, though, not given this time for ball number 1. Now complete ones on the board as Duncan now getting his sign on the pitch comm. On the rubber now. Staring down into the windup, Duncan goes. Ball 2, outside corner once again. Duncan living on the outer edge here. 2-1 count now to Restrepo.
You could call these guys somewhat of a softball team, how much they like to scream and yell.
Wouldn't be surprised if the umpires get involved soon. Ground ball right side. Dylan Dotson gloves it and over to first. Routine play for the junior as Duncan now gets out number 2 in this second inning.
Great job by Duncan there to get a ground ball, easy ground ball for Dylan Dotson, as comes up number 3, Hunter Furchess, the junior from Winston-Salem. Man, he's going no batting gloves. I haven't seen that in a while. Do you remember the guy on the Houston Astros that wore no batting gloves and he was a...
Evan Gaddis, right?
Yes, Evan Gaddis.
Love Evan Gaddis. That's strike 1 from Duncan once again on the outer edge. Duncan absolutely going to work outer third of the plate here early in this ball game.
I wonder whatever happened to Evan Gaddis. Did he retire?
That's a good question.
Here's a 1 from Duncan. Popped up into right field, and that'll be caught by Jordan Ramsey to get the third out of the inning. Very good job by Duncan as he's a little fired up there to get out of that inning.
All routine here for the Rams defense as they once more go 1-2-3 to get back in the batter's boxes here. Thank you for listening to Bluefield University Athletics. there's the throwdown as the third base coach for Bluefield walking out along with number 9 third baseman Cody Crafton, the junior from Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, as we are set to start action here, bottom 2.
Man, I love his little transformer gear he got on, all Jordan, all white too.
Hendrickson into the windup, fires. Low and out, ball 1.
Ooh, I thought that was a strike there. I'm going to be honest with myself and be honest with the broadcast. 1-0 count here to Crafton.
Crafton
Ball is
swung
hit
on,
hard.
torched left field. That'll be over the left fielder's head and out of the ballpark. Cody Crafton absolutely obliterates that second pitch of the at-bat for a Rams home run.
Very good job by Cody Crafton there to get the elevated fastball up and out of here to get us the 1-0 lead against Montreat. And now up to bat is Sean Davis-Cherry.
Crafton, great swing on that pitch.
Very good swing.
Got all of it.
I bet you what, it was a transformer gear they got on.
First pitch to Cherry's at bat. Swung on and missed for strike 1. One 0-1 offering is not there for ball 1. Evens things out 1-1 here to Cherry.
Here's the 0-1 to Cherry.
Ground ball left side. Ethier gloves it over to first base for out number 1 as Cherry is retired. And that'll bring up number 8, second baseman Dylan Dotson, a junior from Valley City, Ohio, and one of the more disciplined batters on this Bluefield team. Been very successful at the plate so far this year, not only on the hitting side, but on the plate discipline side as well.
Here's the 0-0 to Dotson.
Taken for ball 1.
Ball was on the inside corner there. Looked like a curveball or a slider. Montreat didn't really like that there. Here's the 1-0 to Dotson. Ball is fouled into the grandstands for a even up 1-1 count.
Dotson, very knowledgeable guy on the game of baseball. Always great to pick his brain in the clubhouse. And that's ball 2 high. That'll make it a 2-1 count here with 1 out in the bottom of the second.
Here's a 2-1 to Dotson. Ball right down the middle. Count is now evened up at 2-2.
Dotson now in a defensive situation at the plate here with 1 out.
Here's a 2-2 to Dotson. Ball is poked into left field, right to the left fielder. That was a good piece of hitting there. Just went right to him for the second out of the inning.
Absolutely. Dotson got pretty good barrel on that ball. Just a little poke shot there with 2 strikes. Just hung up a little bit in the air. Seemed like left field may have been shifted as well. Designated hitter Max McLaughlin now at the plate for the Rams as he'll take strike 1 and quickly be a little behind here. McLaughlin, a 6'3 junior from Narrows, Virginia. McLaughlin fouls that one left side into the Montreat bullpen, and now in an 0-2 count.
McLaughlin also very proficient in the fiddle. Was a big fiddler back in the day.
Yeah, he will club that one right side just foul. As protecting the plate here with 2 strikes, McLaughlin going to work.
McLaughlin looks very up in the box, probably thinking that this pitcher does not throw as hard as he likes. Ball is down, counts 1-2 now.
McLaughlin able to hold off on that pitch there and start to battle all the way back and make this pitcher really work at him.
Here's a 1-2 to McLaughlin. Ball is fouled off again.
Deep left side. Into the bullpen once more.
Looks like he's putting a pretty good hand the ball on it.
McLaughlin working this pitcher to get the pitch he wants here with 2 outs. Offering from Hendrickson. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, and that will be the end of the inning. Montreat not able to get out unscathed. Cody Crafton with a solo shot into left puts the Rams up here 1-0 going 3.
Now batting at number 11, Matthew Bruner for the Montreat Cavaliers as Nick steps up to the mound for the top of the third. Nick putting in two really good innings there. See if he can capitalize.
Into the windup, Duncan kicks and fires, foul hard right side off of the tunnel building. Excuse me, Mike was not on there. As Duncan now works 0-1 here to start off this at bat. Duncan ready to go into the windup.
Just a slider out. No big deal there. Evens up the count 1-1. Duncan, very knowledgeable on the Yankees. I have never seen him miss a game. Nobody really likes the Yankees, but, you know. Here's the 1-1. Ball is fouled off. Little chopper into the other team's dugout. Count is now 1-2.
Yep. Bruner swung extremely hard at that ball. Umpire calling time now. And back behind the dish he goes. Not sure what that was about, but still 1-2 count to Bruner as Duncan continues his work on the mound for the Rams.
Here's a 1-2. Ball is poked into center field. Looks like CJ's going to, no, sorry. Cherry's going to track it down for the first out of the top of the third.
Great play by Cherry there, seemingly routine, as Duncan records out 1 for the Rams here, and that'll bring up the first baseman, number 25, Jason Brulport. Brulport is a left-handed hitter, left-handed fielder at first base for Montreat. Redshirt junior, or excuse me, grad student.
Here is the 0-0 to Bruner. Ball is inside. Looks like he kind of choked that one and pulled it. No big deal there from Duncan.
Brulport now 1-0 here as Duncan toes the rubber once more. Into the windup. Duncan kicks, Deals. Swung on, hard hit right side. That is way foul, however. 4-1.
Looked like he almost had a Fortnite swing on that, kind of chopped at it.
Duncan from the windup now. 1-1 offering on the way. Is outside for ball 2. Just misses there. And now working for a little bit behind here with 1 out. Two-1 from Duncan on the way. Swung on and missed by Brillport. Great pitch from Duncan there.
Looked like it was on the outside. Feel like he's going to try to sit slider here. See if we can't get him with that changeup to get him a little off balance. Righty to lefty. Changeups are very effective, especially from Duncan. Here's a 2-2 from Duncan.
Just misses.
Count is now full.
Full count to Brillport here with 1 out, top 3. Duncan still in the windup here as he will begin his motion now. Chopped right side foul once more. Brillport staying alive. Duncan still attacking here.
See if Dunk can't put him down. A little changeup here. He's very proficient with that. As I said before, here's the 3-2 from Duncan. Swung on and missed. Ooh, great job by Duncan there to keep the runners off, and that'll be 2 outs in the top of the 3rd for Duncan.
Great work there by Duncan, setting Brillport up and getting the strikeout there with a full count, staying in that at-bat, and is rewarded heavily there with 2 outs. And that'll bring up
Caden Ether from Randleman, North Carolina.
the shortstop. And that's in there for strike 1. Ether takes, as that'll be the first strike on him for this at-bat. Duncan from the windup still in motion, kicks and fires. And that's into left field for a base knock. Ethier records Montreat's first base hit of the ball game and gets aboard here with 2 outs. And that'll turn the lineup back over. Number 31, right fielder Justin Austin, now at the plate for the Cavaliers. Duncan now from the stretch for the first time this afternoon, keeping tabs on Ethier. Will fire home, just misses ball 1.
Duncan, a very efficient slide step he has there. Not many pitchers can do that nowadays, as I feel like they have to get all their power. Called strike. Very good changeup on the outside corner.
Very good pitch. Late strike call there from the home plate umpire, however. And that'll even things out. 1-1 here with 2 outs and a runner on. Duncan comes set.
Fouled off.
Great pitch from Duncan there. As you can hear, maybe able to hear Sturgio backing up his pitcher with some encouragement. Duncan getting the sign on that pitch comm, as you can see him looking down at that left arm there, as he will now come set and fire. Swung on again by number 31, Justin Austin, and fouled back, trying to stay alive from this Nick Duncan onslaught. Duncan keeping tabs on Ethier at first, as he will now come set. He'll check over. Headed home. Ground ball right side to Dylan Dotson, gloved efficiently.
The runner didn't even run. That is a poor effort there from the runner to not even try to get on base.
I'd assume his coach will be very displeased with that action. As we now move bottom 3 here, Rams holding off Montreat once more. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. As we look to begin action here, bottom 3, Hendrickson still on the mound, or Henriksen, excuse me, still on the mound for Montreat. And that'll be the call for 2, and we're set to begin here shortly. Leading off for the Rams here, number 2, shortstop Josh Holland, now stepping in against Hendrickson.
Hitting in the 9 spot today. Had a couple good hits yesterday. See if we can add on to that today.
Hendrickson from the windup very quickly here. Fires grounded left side. Got a little ahead of that. Holland ready to hit. Oh, 1 count now to start off as Holland still in the box here. We'll pop that one up on the infield. Pitcher calls it, and that'll be out number 1. And it'll roll back to the top of the order here. Michael Royston, switch hitting catcher from Gastonia, North Carolina, stepping in here against Hendrickson, looking to get something going here this inning.
Here's the 0-0 to Royston. Swung on and missed. Looked like a curveball there to start off the at-bat. Looked like he just swung a little bit over it. Here's the 0-1 to Royston. Ball is swung on.
Deep drive, left center field, going back at the wall, off the wall. Royston rounds first, headed to second. He will be in standing up. Michael Royston stand-up double off of the Hendrickson fastball there to get the Rams in scoring position early this afternoon. And courtesy running for Royston is number 1, Michael Schott, a freshman infielder from Caroline County, Virginia. At the plate now for the Rams, right fielder number 20, Jordan Ramsey, has had plenty of action over in right field so far today, making an excellent ranging play in the first inning. And that's outside for ball number 1 to Ramsey from Hendrickson. Hendrickson comes set. Takes a peek and at the plate. Outside again, ball 2 to Ramsey.
Ramsey had a pop-up last at bat. See if he can capitalize on a runner on second. Called strike there. Count is now 2-1 to start off the inning.
Ramsey's still ahead here.
Bat, sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Still ahead. Here's a 2-1.
Torqued left side, gloved by Ramos. First baseman can't hold on to it. Ramos made a short throw to Brulport. Brulport just can't hold on to the pick as Ramsey's safe at first, shot safe at third. Now runners on the corners for Chris Johnson.
Was a throw-in error there on number 26.
Ramos there at third base. That ball was absolutely torqued from Ramsey, though. Had to have been high EV there as Ramos able to glove it, just not make the throw. Oh, from Hendrickson is chopped back at the pitcher from Johnson. Johnson will be out at first. Close play.
Will bring Ramsey up to second base, though. Currently have 2 runners in scoring position as Nick Sturgio comes up to bat.
Sturgio, senior first baseman from Arnold, Maryland. Key piece in this Rams lineup, both offensively and defensively, making some stellar efforts there yesterday at first base.
Here's a 0-0 to Sturgio. It looked like a change up there, trying to get him off balance.
And that'll be strike one.
Here's the 0-1 to Sturgio.
Low and out. Back pick attempt at second base from the catcher. Not in time. Ramsey able to get back very quickly.
I have not seen that in a long time. I thought it was about to be a just a home cutoff pick. Haven't seen that since high school.
Agreed. Delivery to Sturgio, low and in the dirt for ball number 3.
Great block by that catcher there.
Two-one count now, Sturgio in a very advantageous hitter's count with 2 outs here and 2 on. Low and in for ball number 3 to Nicholas Sturgio.
Very good hitter's count here. He can play with another strike to see if he gets what he wants. Here's a 3-1 to Sturgio. Ball is hit to the third baseman. And he makes a good play to get out of the inning.
Ball was roped up the line. Ramos playing very deep there, aware of Sturgio's power threat, and able to make the play and get the ball over to Brulport at first base without any harm done. Rams unable to capitalize with 2 runners in scoring position there. Score remains 1-0 in favor of Bluefield. Thank you for listening to Bluefield University Athletics. getting going here, top four.
Now up to bat is for Montreat is Gustavo Gonzalez, the 2-hole hitter here for Montreat. Nick only he's given up a 1 hit through 3. Let's see if he can keep that going.
Duncan from the windup kicks and deals for the first offering. Hit into right field. Ramsey on the case and makes the play for out number 1. Quick out for Duncan on the mound there, as that'll bring up number 32, Zachary Long, the catcher for Montreat.
Ramsey's been making some plays out there as they've been trying to go backside, but has not been able to because Ramsey has been able to get there every time.
Sun now poking through the clouds here in Bluefield. Delivery from Duncan, screeched over to Dotson, who makes a play and gets it over to first base for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs from Nick Duncan so far here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up number 26, third baseman Tommy Ramos. Ramos, very good hitter for Montreat, as Duncan goes straight at him there early in the count, strike 1. Ramos, once again mentioning, he had 3 home runs yesterday and was very productive for this Montreat squad.
Here's the 0-1 from Duncan. Ball is down. Count is now 1-1 to, forgot his name.
Ramos.
It was on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot it.
Duncan into the windup here for the 1-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Hit foul into right field. Over the tunnel building once more for strike 2.
He also has some Transformer gear on. It looks like a little bit more flashy Transformer gear. It's green. I have not seen that in a while. It's a neon green here.
One, two, 2 outs. Pitch on the way to Ramos. Swung on foul, back, and count will remain 1-2.
Looked like a change up there from Duncan. Looks like Ramos was a little early on that. See if he can capitalize off of the change-up.
In the windup, Duncan. 1-2 on the way. Skied into center field. Cherry not having to move nearly at all for out number 3. Duncan able to get out of the inning very quickly there, as we now move bottom 4. Rams 1, Montreat 0. Throwdown is away from the catcher there, and we are about to get going here. Bottom 4th inning. Leading off for the Rams, third baseman number 9, Cody Crafton, had a home run earlier in this ball game, able to lift the Rams to a 1-0 lead so far, as Hendrickson now comes in the windup. Low to Crafton for ball number 1. Swung on by Crafton. That'll get through the hole. Well, Ethier gloves it, actually. No throw, though. And that'll be a single for Cody Crafton. Great swing, great piece of hitting there from the junior. And he'll be on base early in this fourth inning.
Crafton doing a good job of trying to get it through the infield. Had a home run his last at bat. So he's doing a very good job of trying to get it on base. And now up to bat is Sean Cherry.
Henderson from the stretch here. Picks over to first. Balk. Shifted his weight towards home, I believe. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I did not see that. I don't know how that was a balk, but you know what? Free base for us, you know? Heck yeah.
Ramblin' Rams now have a runner in scoring position here for Sean Cherry. Cherry in the box here, runner on second. Hendrickson Cherry pulls back for ball 1 on the bunt attempt. I believe the balk may have had something to do with the bunt.
Maybe.
I think Cherry bunting, showing bunt, may have thrown off Hendrickson on the mound there and made a bad or illegal pickoff move. As count now 1-0 with a runner in scoring position here. Bunt attempt from Cherry gets down on the first base side. He will be retired, but will move Crafton over to third base with 1 gone.
Great job by Cherry there to get the bunt down, to be able to move the runner up. Currently, Dylan Dotson has someone in scoring position. Let's see if he can stay within the rules to be able to get a 2-0 lead against Montreat.
Dotson striding in, left-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher. 0-0 count. Punch into left field. Will it be deep enough for a tag? Crafton goes. The throw in.
He will be safe.
On a line. That will be a run. RBI. Sac fly from Dylan Dotson will score. Cody Crafton for the second run here for the Rams, found in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that'll bring up number 7, Max McLaughlin, the DH. McLaughlin's first day back was yesterday following an injury stint, and he'll be looking to do damage here for the Rams. Offering. Swung on right side to the first baseman, Brulport, who will take it himself for out number 3. McLaughlin early and aggressive in that count, and that'll end off the inning for the Rams as we now go top 5. Rams 2, Montreat nothing. beginning action here. Top 5, number 34. That is the designated hitter for Montreat. Daniel Restrepo will lead things off, and he'll still face Nick Duncan as Duncan continues his campaign upon the mound here in this ball game. Duncan from the windup. In their outside edge, strike 1 to Restrepo. Duncan continuing to work very efficiently here as he will begin with the 0-1 offering now. Restrepo will foul it off right side. That'll be strike number 2 to the designated hitter.
Early in the winter, me and Duncan did live ABs against each other, and I only hit about 2 balls off of him. So I can see how hard he is as a pitcher to hit off against. The ball will be up. Count is now 1-2 now.
Nearly in there for a strike. Great spot by Duncan. Ran just a hair high.
I'll tell you what, 85-87 looks a strong 90 now. I cannot see a ball to save my life.
Gotta love age.
Yeah, that's why I wear my rec specs.
And 1-2 offering outside from Duncan. Count now moves 2-2 with nobody out here. Top 5th, excuse me.
See if he can throw in a feasible pitch to be able to get a looking K.
That's out in the other batter's box there for ball number 3. Restrepo now working a full count here to lead off top 5. Lots of commotion once again from the Montreat dugout. Duncan seems rather unfazed, however, as he now moves into his windup for the full count delivery. And that'll be ball number 4, low and away, as Duncan now has his second runner on of the afternoon and is looking now to face number 3, Hunter Furchess, a junior playing left field today for Montreat.
Let's see if we can get a double play here to be able to get out of the inning early. It's been a pretty fast-paced game for the most part. So see if we can do that again.
Bunt attempt from Furchess down the left field line over to Crafton. Furchess safe at first. Crafton had to make a very acrobatic play to get it over to first base there, and ball just not in time. Furchess seems to be very speedy on the bags, as now Montreat has 2 runners on, nobody out, and that'll bring up number 11, Matthew Brunner. Brunner is the center fielder for this Montreat squad, a freshman actually, from Brick Township, New Jersey. Third base and first base corners in for the Rams. Middle back, however, as Duncan now comes set. Offering. Brunner showed bunt there. Corners crashed for the Rams. Pulled back off the outside pitch from Duncan.
Number 11, I believe, had 3 strikeouts on the day in the first game. See if we can get a K here to kind of bring us over to get a double play to end the inning.
Bunt laid down. Duncan fields. Looks 3, goes 1, however, and that'll be an out at first base as Brunner moves over the runners to both in scoring position. With the middle back like that, it's hard to cover third on a bunt down the third base line, and Duncan able to make a quick pivot from throwing 3 and decides to go 1 there for the first out of the inning.
Now up to bat is number 25, Jason Brulport. See if we can level this out to get 2 Ks or keep the runners on base.
Duncan misses out for ball number 1 there with 1 out, top 5. 2 on, 1 out for Duncan here.
Here's a 1-0 from Duncan. Ball is down. Counts now 2-0.
On the way from Duncan. Swung on and fouled back by Brewport. That'll be the first strike of this at bat. As count now moves 2-1 with 1 out here.
Ball is out. Count is now 3-1. Not the position you want to be here during a people in scoring position.
Duncan now working from behind. 3-1 here. 1 out.
Here's a 3-1.
And ball number 4, high and out to Brewport as he'll draw a 6-pitch walk and load the bases. And I'll bring up 9-hole hitter number 2, Caden Ethier, shortstop for Montreat, as now pitching coach Garrett Schilling making his way out to the mound to give a little pep talk to his pitcher here. Duncan now back on the rubber following the little chat with the pitching coach here, coming set here with a bases loaded scenario. Swung on by Ethier to the second baseman Dotson. Hot shot fielded, bobbled, and is safe at first. 1 run scores on the error as Montreat now still bases loaded, nobody, or 1 out, excuse me. As score now 2-1 and still in favor of Bluefield. And then I'll bring up leadoff hitter number 31, Justin Austin, the right fielder for Montreat. Swung on into center field. Probably be a tagging scenario here as Cherry catches the fly ball and will fire it in to third base. Runner will score, however, from third, and that'll even things out 2-2 off of the Justin Austin sac fly as the Rams record out number 2 for the inning. And that'll bring to the plate second baseman number 19, Gustavo Gonzalez. Duncan still from the stretch here. Comes set.
Swung on and missed. Good pitch by Duncan there to get back from that. Duncan seems a little frustrated with the error, but everybody makes mistakes, so it's no big deal. It's still only even now. So let's see if we can keep it even. Here's the 0-1 from Duncan. Ball is outside. Looks like he slipped there a little bit. Count is now 1-1.
Royston making a great effort there to keep it in front of him as count, as you said, moves 1-1 here with 2 outs. chants erupting from the Montreat dugout here as Duncan comes set. Swung on, foul ball caught by Royston. That'll be strike number 2.
Man, we have a little scoundrel fly up here, as he likes to just buzz around us.
Yeah. So pardon if you hear any auditory interruptions. We are trying to deal with the scoundrel fly. Duncan now comes set. 1-2, 2 outs.
Swung on and missed. Great job to limit the damage there, as it is 2-2, all even.
Duncan able to get out of the jam. Despite the 2 runs there, able to limit damage as we now move bottom 5th. Rams 2, Cavaliers 2. Leading off the inning for the Rams, number 2 shortstop Josh Holland Jr. looking to get things started here as the game is now back even.
Even though they tied it up there, Nick was able to get out of it, even though there was a little mistake there, but it is no biggie. I believe the Rams can be able to come back here, and that is a ball to Josh Holland. Holland hailing from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Here's the 1-0 to him. Fouled off. Count is currently 1-1. Holland, a very good glove at shortstop. Has been around the block a couple of times, and it's his first year here at Bluefield, and he's already made an impact so far. Here's the 1-1 to Holland. Ball is up.
Hendrickson still on the mound for Montreat as he has went 5 innings so far with no movement in their bullpen as Holland quickly works a 2-1 count here to lead off bottom 5. Swung on to the shortstop, Ethier. Ethier gloves it over to Brewport at first, and that will be out number 1 as Holland is retired, and that will turn the lineup over to number 5, Michael Royston, the catcher.
You don't see a lot of catchers being the first hitter, so that means he's put an impact on the field recently. Been able to draw some walks, been able to get some hits out there. So let's see if he can rally this inning into another score for the Rams.
Royston hitting over 400 so far this year. Been very productive as he takes strike 1 on the outer edge there. Also drawn 8 walks, very disciplined at the plate. Certainly has those catcher's eyes for the zone. And that'll be a ball low to Royston on the curveball in the dirt as the count will even up 1-1 here.
Royston, I would say, kind of looks like a coach. If you ever seen him with his glasses on, it's kind of funny to see. Here's a 1-1 to Royston, and that is a ball outside, currently 2-1.
Shares quite a resemblance with Jack Pugh,
Yes,
one
he
of the
does.
student assistants here. Very similar looking individuals, as the 2-1 offering on the way swung on and missed from Royston. That'll even things up 2-2.
Both are very burly guys. Looks like they've been working on the farm their entire life. I don't believe they have, but it definitely does look like it. Pugh has an amazing handlebar mustache, so if you ever get to see it, it's an amazing one. And that will even that will make the count full here as we see if he can draw another walk to make it 9 walks on the season.
Royston, very effective at working pitchers, getting pitches he wants. Full count offering on the way is ball 4. Royston draws his 9th walk of the season right there and gets on base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now up to bat for Bluefield is Jordan Ramsey. Also, Michael Schott just went into pinch run for Michael Royston.
Jordan Ramsey now at the dish for the Rams. He'll swing. Well, he won't swing. Taking ball, strike 1, all over the place there. As Ramsey now in an 0-1 count, 1 on, 1 out. Hendrickson looking over at Schott. Go to the plate there, a little bit out for ball 1. Hendrickson comes set. Still keeping tabs over at Schott on first. Got to be careful there with the left-handed delivery as Ramsey swings for strike 2 there. 1-2 now, 1 out.
Also, if you were looking at the video board on the strike count, that is my bad. I accidentally did not put another strike there. Count is 1-2. See if you can put on some good 2. Wow, that is the slowest pickoff move I've seen in a while. Not to make fun of him.
Trying to just keep Schott in place at first base. Hendrickson move obviously unsuccessful as he'll come 1-1 in the dirt.
Great block by the catcher there to be able to keep the runner on first base.
Absolutely. That'll bring things 2-2, 1 out here to Ramsey. Hendrickson gets his sign. Still checking Schott over at first. Schott, very small lead. Decides to go home in the dirt, blocked up by Long, the catcher, and that'll be ball 3. Ramsey, just like Royston, working the count here very successfully so far. Full count off.
Here's the 3-2.
Swung on Ramsey left side, gets past the third baseman Ramos. Schott rounding second, making his way to third base. Throw is not in time. Ramsey stand-up double as the Rams now have 2 in scoring position off the back of Jordan Ramsey. Great base running by Michael Schott there as well to observe that the third baseman was out of position, not able to make a play or a tag as he was working the cutoff. And that'll bring up number 23, Chris Johnson, the left fielder. Ball bounces to the plate for the first pitch of Johnson's at-bat.
Chris Johnson looking to add a run here for the Rams to make it a 3-2 or a 4-2 lead.
Long coming out to visit with Hendrickson real quick on the mound. Quick little talk session to possibly discuss some strategy things here. Maybe dinner.
They're probably talking about the Chili's triple dipper that they had last night. I heard a lot of the players were asking about that. They could get a triple dipper. Haven't heard that in a while, but, you know, good for them.
I could go for a triple dipper.
I could go for a triple dipper myself.
Hendrickson looking in for a sign in this 1-0 count. Comes set. Kicks and deals. That is high and in to Johnson for ball 2. Johnson very disciplined. Once again, that's one of the Rams' strengths is plate vision and discipline, as 2-0 early to Johnson. Up again, ball 3. Very close pitch there. Johnson lays off.
Chris Johnson, hailing from Glen Allen. He is a junior here at Bluefield. Came in from Brighton and Stratton Community College.
Ground ball left side to Ethier at short.
That will be an RBI. So great piece of hitting by Chris Johnson to get in a run for Bluefield.
Shot able to score on the ground ball. Hard shot from Johnson. And that'll put the Rams back ahead 3-2 with Nick Sturgio at the plate with 1 out. Still 1 runner in scoring position. Ramsey at second. First offering to Sturgio, low and out for ball 1.
The pitcher from Alaska has been a little bit less consistent in the first pitch strikes here. We have been able to capitalize off that.
Yep. Sturgio check swing foul ball back at the backstop for strike 1. Sturgio looked a little disappointed in that swing as we now move 1-1 with 1 out. Hendrickson comes set. Looks at second and then fires home. Ball out for ball 2. Lifts count 2-1 with Ramsey still remaining on second base.
Here's a 2-1.
Swung on
right
up the middle.
through the middle.
Sturgio, great piece of hitting. Ramsey will round third, headed home. Looked like a galloping gazelle running home there off the Nick Sturgio RBI single. Lifts Rams 4. Montreat still remains at 2.
Bullpen looks like it's going to get hot now for Montreat. Pitcher's not been able to get out of the inning very efficiently this time, so we've been able to capitalize on it. Now up to bat for Bluefield is Cody Crafton, the junior from Murrells Inlet, South Carolina.
Very productive day for Crafton, a single and a home run, scoring both times. And that'll be on the corner for strike 1. Very borderline pitch there from Hendrickson, goes in the way of the pitcher.
Bluefield currently has 5 hits on the day. See if we can get a little bit more. Swung on and missed. That was a hefty swing there.
Crafton quickly behind 0-2 here as Hendrickson seemed to almost go to first base there. That could have been a borderline balk, but umpire disagrees. And that'll be outside for ball 1. Great piece of 2-strike discipline from Cody Crafton there to lay off. One-two pitch is high, and that'll be ball 2.
Ball looked like it got away from him there.
2-2, 2 outs, 2 Crafton here, 1 runner on. That being Nick Sturgio at first base.
Got our little rally caps going on. Fouled off. Looked like he just missed his pitch.
As Crafton will stay alive here with 2 outs. Hendrickson comes set. Goes home. Foul tip caught by the catcher Long, and Crafton will be retired to end the inning. Rams able to put 2 on the board here to lift them 4-2, moving top 6. Thank you for listening to Bluefield University Athletics. Leading off the inning for Montreat is catcher Zachary Long, as Duncan reprises his role on the mound here for Bluefield, looking to continue his excellent work so far. Swung on first pitch, fouled straight back for strike one.
Nicholas Duncan looks a little burnt out there as he was sitting in the sun. He is a very pale guy, so poor guy got burnt. But nothing like aloe vera can't help that. I can even see it from here. Here's the 0-1. Ball's barely down. Counts 1-1 now to Brulport.
Certainly the red jerseys can't help that either.
Oh, sorry, not Brulport.
Long.
Sorry, Mr. Zachary Long.
1-1 count now from Duncan. Gets his sign. Into the windup now. Missed high and out. Ball 2. 2-1 now. Too long.
Man, just a beautiful day for baseball here. Just can't, I like to reminisce on the baseball beautifulness. That did not make sense. But here's a 2-1. Wow. He did not call that a strike there. I don't know where that missed. Counts 3-1 now. Wow.
Check swung, not going long. Now in a 3-1 count here to begin play in top 6.
Here's a 3-1 from Duncan.
Swung on, belted deep center field. Cherry giving chase back at the wall. Home run. Solo home run, Zachary Long, to begin the 6th inning. That'll bring up number 26, Tommy Ramos, the third baseman, as Garrett Schilling, the pitching coach, now coming out to talk it over with Duncan. And that seems to complete Nick Duncan's work here this afternoon, giving up 3 runs on 3 hits. Duncan, however, the stat line doesn't show at all. Duncan very dominant in this performance so far as he now walks to the dugout. And that'll bring in number 15, Brent Avery. Avery, a junior transfer from Southeastern Community College in North Carolina. Avery from Wilmington, North Carolina, 6'3" junior, as I previously mentioned.
I believe Nick only had 2 earned runs there. Do you believe so? Because of the error?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so, yeah.
So not a overall terrible day. Kind of got himself in a jam in the last inning, but was able to get out of that. See if Brent can keep the fire going and keep the lead here in the top of the 6th.
Avery, great relief pitcher for the Rams this year so far. Been able to be very effective in all of his appearances.
Does a very good job at staying simple in his mechanics. Never really goes in or out of it. And is very low effort but very high velo.
Brent Avery, true sports enjoyer, enjoys many different sports, including NASCAR. Very big fan of Ross Chastain. Looking forward to seeing the results of the race at Circuit of the Americas later this afternoon.
Is that Pennsylvania? Yeah.
It's in Texas.
Oh, wow. I was way off.
Number 26.
I believe that's in Austin, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Downtown Austin.
Mm-hmm. Number 26, Tommy Ramos, the third baseman, now stepping in for Montreat here with no runners on, nobody out.
Ball is inside from Avery. Nothing too big he can't handle. Had a very good sophomore summer. Well, going into sophomore summer, going into junior year. Pitched a lot of innings there. Ball is fouled off the foot. Seemed like it hurt a little bit. He'll be all right, though. He's a big boy.
Great pitch from Avery there to even things back out 1-1. Avery toes the river once again from the windup. 1-1 offering on the way. Swung on, left side, fielded by Holland, backhand, throws it across the diamond. Not in time. Great play by Holland to get that ball at all and even attempt to make a throw there, as that was deep into the hole in between short and third. That'll be registered as a base hit for Ramos.
Looks like one of the news stations is out here to broadcast the game. Seems like they believe in their Rams, as I believe. I don't know what news station it is. I am only used to WSLS 10 in Roanoke.
I believe that is WVVA.
WVVA, okay.
WVVA, as that brings number 34, Daniel Restrepo, to the dish for Montreat.
Good slide step from Avery. Ball barely missed up. Count is now 1-0.
Very close pitch there from Avery. I thought it was a strike personally.
Personally, I did as well.
It's count now 1-0 to Restrepo with one on. Swung on right field. Ramsey knocks it down on the dive, able to limit extra bases as Ramos holds station at second base and Restrepo at first on the base knock. 2 on, nobody out for number 3, Hunter Furchess, left fielder for Montreat today, as he'll look to attempt to scrape back at this Rams lead.
Rams have put up a good piece of hitting today. Pitching has also been really well. Let's see. Let's extend that here in this inning.
Avery comes set. Bunt attempt from Furchess popped up to Avery for out number 1. Good communication between first baseman Nick Sturgio and Brent Avery there to not collide and to make the play.
Trying to play a little bit of small ball here as they have runners on and one runner in scoring position. And now up to bat is number 11, Matthew Bruner, hailing from Brick Township, New Jersey.
Bruner, a freshman, has been decent this year, hitting .271 for Montreat as Avery kicks and fires for a curveball out of the zone, able to be blocked down by Royston behind the plate.
Michael Royston has put a really good job behind the plate, been able to block many balls. Some of the pitchers have been a little spotty with their curveball, so he's been able to block it up and keep it in front of them. No hate to the pitcher.
And again, slider low and out to Royston. Royston blocks it up. Avery seems to really be going after that outside edge. And Brunner not really chasing a ton here so far. 2-0 count with 2 on.
Here's a 2-0 from Avery.
Time is called. I believe pitch clock violation on Brent Avery, and that'll make it ball 3. Avery set following the pitch clock violation. He'll kick and fire. 4 strike 1 down the dish as Brunner lays off directly in the middle of the dish there from Avery. Great 3-0 pitch to get back in this at bat.
Here's a 3-1. Runner
Runner
going.
goes. Royston has to move quite a bit for that. Doesn't have to make the throw, however, on the walk. Royston very athletic behind the plate, putting on a clinic so far behind the dish today, as well as most games we've seen him play.
I would have to agree there.
As first baseman Jason Brulport steps into the box for Montreat with bases loaded. Nobody, or 1 out, excuse me.
Wow, hefty swing there. Looked like Avery was a little mad, threw it a little bit harder than usual. Might have popped a 4 there. 94, sorry.
Brulport, hefty swing on that pitch. Time again. I believe. Not quite sure what the home plate umpire is signaling there.
I believe it was time on him.
Avery fires. Swung on into the left center gap. Both outfielders giving chase, and that'll get down the extra bases. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, possibly 3.
That will be a base clearing double for Montreat to give them the lead there.
Montreat now a 6-4 lead off the back of a Jason Brulport RBI double. That'll bring up shortstop number 2, Caden Ethier, for the Cavaliers.
It was a good piece of hitting there from him, even though that puts us in a down position. So he'll have 1 out on the inning. Called strike there.
Avery finding the outside corner as he'll get ahead 0-1 to begin Ethier's at-bat.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Swung on, high fly ball left field. May get down. Fair ball, he says. Seemed foul. Throw home offline. Brulport will score on the double from Ethier. Very equivocal call from the field umpire there. Didn't seem to know whether he called it fair or foul for a moment, as both shortstop Josh Holland and left fielder Chris Johnson took off after it. But he ruled it was a fair ball landing on the foul line.
Seemed like a little bit of a duck fart there to just kind of get him over. Kind of a tough play to make. Barely fair, I could see from up here. And that is a 7-4 lead for Montreat.
Then I'll turn the lineup over to Justin Austin, number 31, the leadoff hitter. First, home plate umpire giving some choice words to the Bluefield dugout there. And we'll get back underway as Avery comes set.
Called strike there.
Avery able to get ahead here, 0-1 to Justin Austin.
Looks like there's rain coming, sadly. I can smell it as well. Hopefully, I don't know if you can tell, I'm from Appalachia, so we can say we can smell rain. And I believe it's true because there's like a little musky smell in the air. But besides the point, count is now 1-1. Here's a 1-1 count. I'm at pitch, and that is ball 2.
Inside to Austin, almost grazes his feet there as Avery now finds himself 2-1 with 1 out.
Being from Appalachia yourself, do you believe you can smell rain?
I believe so. There's a certain scent that comes along with it.
Nobody believes me, but I'm telling you, you can
Swung
smell
on
that
Austin,
Appalachian
right
rain.
side. Backhand sliding play. Dotson over to first base to Sturgio for out number 2. Great play, Dylan Dotson, working behind his former and current teammate Avery here.
I've also heard if cows are laying down, it's going to rain. And I have seen that fact to be true.
Agreed. It looks like the weather is moving in from the southwest. Not quite sure when the rain will begin. Currently supposed to be holding off. Avery's first pitch to Gustavo Gonzalez is in the dirt, blocked up by Royston. That'll be ball number 1. Believe the rain will hold off based off radar showing. Looks to just be clouds for the afternoon. Avery set. 1-0 offering is swung on, tipped foul, and caught by Royston for strike 1.
Gonzalez has had a pretty good weekend on the pretty good weekend overall. Called time there. Believe that something got caught up in his eye. Maybe a fly. I know a lot of gnats come around here because of the river over there. One time I was on the mound and there was gnats all over me, so I can see why that happened.
Gonzalez, .390 hitter this season for Montreat, as he'll take ball number 2 as Avery now behind 2-1 with 2 outs. A runner on third base for Montreat as well. Gonzalez certainly looking to plate him here late in this ball game. Swung on, nubbed, left side. Holland ranging forward, makes the play and throw to first base. Called out emphatically by the first base umpire, and that will end the inning. Rams now behind by 3 runs, score 7-4 in favor of Montreat. New pitcher for Montreat. That's number 20, Ethan Caldwell, right-handed pitcher from Davidson, North Carolina. Transfer from Caldwell Tech Community College in North Carolina as well. He is a junior, standing 6'3", 190 pounds, and throws from the right side. Leading off for the Rams, bottom 6, center fielder number 3, Sean Cherry. Cherry had a little bit of action so far defensively in center field for the Rams, as several fly balls and line drives have found their way out to him. First offering from Caldwell this afternoon is called strike on the outer corner to Cherry, as he is now behind 0-1 to begin his at-bat. Swung on, Cherry, foul ball over the tunnel building in right field. He will now have 0-2 here from Caldwell.
Ooh, accidentally subbed 3 outs on the board. My bad, guys. Got kind of too into the game.
Caldwell from the windup, kicks and fires. 0-2 offering off the plate there. Cherry lays off for ball number 1.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of Madison Bumgarner with the arm slide he has. Kind of points and throws.
By the catcher there for ball number 2.
Looks like that ball kind of stuck to him. I've been there before. I'm telling you what, these balls get a little bit sticky when they get into the mud.
2-2 now as Cherry has worked it even as Caldwell comes set and fires. Swung on and missed for a strikeout. That'll be out number 1.
Looked like a slider there came in. Don't think Cherry was anticipating that with a 2-2 count. Now up to bat is Dylan Dodson.
Seems we have a equipment malfunction for catcher Zachary Long. Over with one of their coaches trying to get it situated, and he is back. Dotson striding in the box now, ready to go and start his at-bat. He'll take for strike number 1 on the inner corner as Caldwell seemingly liking to get ahead early if possible. Ball there. Dotson lays off for the first ball of his at-bat, making it a 1-1 count now with 1 out. Swung on up the middle. Second baseman over to make the play. Gonzalez not in time. Dotson beats it out for a single. Well struck. Just kind of took a funny hop. Gonzalez able to get there on the other side of the bag, making the throw. Not in time, though.
Good job by Dotson there to be able to run it out.
And that'll bring up number 7, the designated hitter, Max McLaughlin. McLaughlin has been pretty aggressive today at the plate, probably looking to continue that mindset here, swinging first pitch and fouling it off.
Looks like there's less bark at the park today as it is not as sunny, so the dogs can't sunbathe. Yeah. Called strike on the outside half for strike number 2.
McLaughlin now down 0-2 with 1 out, 1 on. As Caldwell now comes set once more.
Here's the 0-2 to McLaughlin. Ball is chopped.
Left side. Almost throws it away.
Was able to get the foot on the bag to get the second out of the inning. Was able to move up a runner, though.
Yes.
Now up to bat is Josh Holland.
Holland, the shortstop, junior. Transfer from Paul D. Camp Community College. And looking to advance or score the runner here with 2 outs.
Ball is in the dirt. Kind of looked like he picked it there.
As Holland now has 1-0 on him. Caldwell's offering fouled back by Holland. Count now even at 1s with 2 gone. Caldwell doing decent amount of work here as he's been able to get out of this rather unscathed so far besides the Dylan Dotson single.
Here's the 1-1 to him.
Try
to back pick him.
Base again from Long, not in time, trying to keep Dotson honest and on his toes on the base pass. Delivery from Caldwell to Holland. Swung on, fouled off the foot. That'll be strike number 2. And count evens up 2-2 with 2 outs. Holland, very formidable two-strike hitter for this Bluefield roster. Caldwell's 2-2 offering on the way as he comes set, kicks and fires. And that's skied into right field, moving foul. Brulport in chase, and that ball will get down and be a foul ball. Near the tunnel building on the track there. Nobody able to get there as it was in a rather black hole type spot. Caldwell comes set. Dotson conservative lead at second base as he fires now two towards Holland is fouled back once more. Holland really working to get a pitch he can drive here with 2 strikes.
Full twos here against Holland. As once again need to put on our rally caps.
Caldwell set, fires. Pushed into right field, foul over the tunnel building by Holland, and he will extend his at-bat even further here with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Dotson still remains at second base here as Caldwell fires home. And that's hit by Holland. High fly ball into left field. And right to number 3, Hunter Furchess, who makes the catch and ends the inning for Montreat. No runs scored by the Rams there. Did have a hit on the Dylan Dotson single, who had later advanced to second base, as Avery now struts back out to take the mound once more. Montreat 7, Rams 4. Join us tomorrow night once again on the Bluefield University Athletics YouTube channel as the developmental baseball team will take on Rio Grande University here at Bowen Stadium. As now we have number 32, Zachary Long, the catcher, now up for Montreat. You may be able to hear the Montreat dugout still getting up and at him. Very high energy from the left side of the field.
Here's a 0-0 from Avery. Called strike there on the outside corner to number 32.
Long takes pitch 1 there behind early as Avery gets ahead. Once again, called strike. Long seemed like he wanted to swing, just couldn't get himself to pull the trigger there for strike number 2. Avery ahead 0-2 with nobody out. Comes set, kicks and fires. Swung on, fouled straight back. Count will remain 0-2 from Avery. Avery in the windup here. Kicks and fires. Swung on and missed. Zachary Long has been struck out. And Avery records his first K of the day, as that'll be out number 1 here, top 7 for the Rams. And that'll bring up number 26, Tommy Ramos, the third baseman. Ramos has been rather quiet today following his solid game yesterday, as Avery now kicks and fires for the first pitch. And that's swung on, left side, base hit. And Ramos able to reach first on the single into left field and bring up number 34, designated hitter Daniel Restrepo.
Restrepo had a blanking on the word. What is it when you're tied and you not tied but you're under?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. There we go. That is ball one from Avery. Looked like a slider up there.
1-0 now to Restrepo. Runner on first being Ramos as Avery comes set and fires. Swung on and missed. Great pitch from Avery there to get Restrepo off balance. And that'll be an even count now, 1-1 with one out and a runner on first. Avery getting his sign. Looks in, comes set. Keep an eye on Ramos as he fires home. And that'll be in there. Strike number 2. Avery's fastball gets in to and called a strike there to the hitter, Restrepo. One, two now. Brent Avery fires. Low and out, blocked up by Michael Royston behind the dish there. And that'll be ball number 2. Great catching display from the senior to keep that in front of him. Restrepo now in a 2-2 count, 1 on, 1 out. Smacked right field foul over the tunnel building, and we'll go again 2-2. Avery's 2-2 offering. Shot over to first base. Sturgio to short. Short to Avery at first, making a very athletic PFP. Avery helping himself out, making that play for the last out of the double play there. Montreat's first base coach seems to be saying he pulled off, but I don't believe the first base umpire is going to agree with that, as he now relents his case and walks back to the dugout. Rams keep it even, or keep it close here. No additional runs from the Cavaliers. 7-4 as we move bottom half of 7. getting things going. Bottom 7. High energy here in the ballpark right now. I don't know what's going on. Seemingly players outside of the dugout for Montreat. I believe Bluefield is also warned. And many discussions being had on the field. Not quite sure what's going on right now. But the lineup will turn over to number 5, Michael Royston, the switch-hitting catcher, who will be hitting from the left side during this at-bat.
Man, somebody's alarm, but it keeps on going off out there.
Yeah. Caldwell fires. First offering swung on and missed from Royston. And that'll be strike number 1. Caldwell working quickly, misses the outside corner there for ball 1. Royston lays off as count now moves 1-1 here bottom 7. Catches the corner, strike 2 to Royston from Caldwell as Royston now finds himself behind 1-2 and in a defensive count situation. Swung on by Royston, clubbed into right. Right fielder is under it and will make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring out number 20, Jordan Ramsey, the right fielder here. Had an RBI double earlier in the game, looking to build on that and hopefully get on base for the Rams. And that'll be low for ball number 1 to Ramsey. Caldwell misses his target, it seems. And Ramsey will be ahead now.
Here's the 1-0 to Ramsey.
Swung on up the middle. That's a single for Jordan Ramsey, who's able to get on early in the bottom of the 7th for the Rams. Ramsey continues his absolutely tremendous tear of form. He's hitting nearly 500 right now for the Rams through 30 at-bats. So Ramsey, very much a guy you want to be at the plate, you want to have at the plate as a manager. And that'll bring up number 23, Chris Johnson, who is another one of those guys that you want at the dish. First offering to Johnson on the corner for strike 1. Johnson lays off. Ramsey keeping it kind of conservative at first base as Caldwell comes set. And that's in the dirt for ball number 1 to Johnson. Evens things up 1-1 with 1 out and runner on first.
So 1-1 to Johnson. Swung on and fouled off. Count is now 1-2 with 1 out.
Johnson just seemed to miss that one just a hair and not be able to get on it. 1-2 front to Johnson is poked out into right field. Right fielder giving chase and will settle under it for out number 2. Ramsey holds station at first base, and that'll give way to number 17, cleanup hitter, first baseman Nick Sturgio for the Rams. Caldwell comes set. 0-0 offering to Sturgio is swung on and fouled off his leg. Ouch. And that'll be strike 1 to Sturgio off the foul ball. Sturgio taking his time, making sure his leg is indeed okay. Seems to be so. And we will resume action here. 0-1 count, 2 out. 1 runner on first base, that being Jordan Ramsey.
Here's the 0-1 to Ramsey. Oh, no, Sturgio. Sorry, that's a great piece of hitting right there. That will move Ramsey to third base. Very good piece of running there by Jordan Ramsey to be able to get to third base from a single.
Sturgio, great swing there, poking a single into center and advancing Ramsey 2 bags into critical scoring position with number 9, Cody Crafton, up for the Rams. Crafton 2 for 3 on the day, and Caldwell certainly trying to keep him at bay. And that ball is outside. Ball 1 to Crafton here as he will get ahead 1-0 to begin his at-bat. Ball high again. Catcher Long coming up looking like he's ready to fire. Sturgio able to get back well before then, though, as count now moves 2-0 to Crafton.
Here's a 2-0 to Crafton. Fouled off. Believe that was a wanted pitch.
Crafton now working with a 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Very advantageous spot for him in the box. Fastball
Swung and
missed
again. Looked like a slider there, actually.
My bad. Good call there, Buzz. 2-2 count now as Crafton now in a defensive posture with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Caldwell comes set, keeping an eye on Ramsey at third. Kicks and fires. Swung on. Crafton belted left field over the wall. Way out of here. Cody Crafton, his second home run of the day, will tie this ball game for the Rams. Way gone. Way out of here. Cody Crafton.
That'll shut up the Montreat dugout for a little bit. Amazing job by Cody Crafton there to get the pitch he wanted to be able to tie up the game there. Score is now 7-7.
That's what we've been talking about all day. Working those 2-strike counts to get a pitch you can really drive. And Crafton, perfect example right there, absolutely tattooing that baseball into left field. As number 3, Sean Cherry, the center fielder, steps up to the plate for the Rams, looking to continue this 2-out prowess. First offering is a ball high as Caldwell comes again. Swung on by Cherry, grounded to the left side to Ethier at shortstop, across the diamond to Brulport. Montreat will get out of the inning, although not unscathed by the Rams' onslaught, as game is now tied 7-all. Thank you for listening to Bluefield University Athletics.
Gabriel Duvall is now on the mound, has not been able to be on the mound for a year and a half now, has been set back with some injuries, been able to come back. Let's see if he can get his first outing going well today. Gabriel Duvall was a great starter for us 3 years ago, as he was a big arm for us. He was mostly our Saturday 7-inning starter that would mostly go all the way. So let's see if we can go that today and drive the extra mile here in this inning.
Very excited to see him pitch. I know he's been really looking forward to this opportunity for many, many months now. So looking forward to see what Duvall can do here as we move to the top of the 8th inning.
Now the bat for Montreat is Hunter Furchess, and going in for the top of the 8th. How's he done this game so far?
Furchess has been rather okay. One hit on 3 at-bats, 1 scored run. Flew out twice. DeVallier's first pitch is a strike. Welcome back, Gabriel DeVallier, as count now moves 0-1 here to start off.
I know his parents are excited to see this. They haven't seen him pitch in a long time. Been able to get 2 strikes on him so far. Let's see if he can keep on doing it the same. No, his father's standing up, looking very nervous, but they know they have their full confidence in him.
0-2 count, 2 funches.
Ball got a little bit away from him. That's okay. Count is still up 1-2.
DeVallier from the windup kicks and deals just outside for ball number 2. Really looking for that outside corner there. Not able to get it from the home plate umpire. Furchess in tight on the plate here, as that is swung on, fouled off to the right side. Count remains 2-2.
Gabriel DeVallier with the 2-2. Ball barely up. Count's now full now.
Just misses there. Great pitch from DeVallier.
I know he's excited to be back on the bump here, be able to compete. Here's a 3-2 from DeVallier. Ball is down.
And that'll be a walk for Hunter Furchess, as that'll bring up number 11, the freshman, Matthew Brunner, for Montreat. And we have a pinch runner into the ball game for Montreat. Gabriel Farrell takes the place of Hunter Furchess on the base pass.
Here's the 0 from DeVallier. Called strike there.
Great location on the corner there. Catches Brunner looking for strike 1.
There's a man on a 2-stroke motorcycle outside, and he's very loud. Haven't seen a 2-stroke motorcycle in a while.
DeVallier comes set.
Pick off.
Over, keeping Gabriel Farrell honest at first base. Great move from the tenured senior here, as he'll toe the rubber once more. Comes set. 0-1 offering on the way. Runner goes in the dirt. Royston able to block it up, not get the throw down, though. It looked like Brunner was offering bunt there and pulled back on the dirt ball.
Runner was still able to make it to second with the steal, even with no bunt.
Comes set, 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, popped left side. Catcher and third baseman ranging for it. Royston running into the dugout, hits the top. Royston is okay. No harm done. And that'll be a second strike on Brunner. Valle comes set. 1-2 offering. On the way.
Ball is out.
Blocked
Runner.
up by Royston. Unable to get it in time to throw it to third base there. And that'll be a stolen base for Gabriel Farrell. Runner on third now. No outs here for the Cavaliers. with Bruner having a 2-2 count. Infield for Bluefield is in. And that is pieced into left field. And that'll be a home run. Two-run home run, Matthew Brunner will take Montreat into the lead, 9-7. It looks like we'll have a pitching change for the Bluefield Rams as Noah Bertner now coming down from the bullpen in relief of Gabriel DeValle. Bertner pitched in the last game last night as well and was rather effective for the Rams. Bertner, a senior, standing 5'10" from Penn Laird, Virginia, alumnus of Spotswood High School, and has been on the staff for 4 years here at Bluefield. Very seasoned guy, very solid pitcher, as we still remain bottom 8, score now 9-7 in favor of Montreat. Looking to resume play here, bottom 8. Nobody out, nobody on, as Bertner will now take over the reins on the mound, and that'll bring up number 25, Jason Brulport for Montreat. Brulport had a bases-clearing double earlier in the ballgame. His first pitch from Bertner is a strike swinging to Brulport. Bertner looking in for a sign, now comes set. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed once again from Brulport. Bertner able to blow 2 fastballs by him and get ahead here early, 0-2. Bertner's next offering finds outside for a ball, and count now 1-2 to Brulport in the bottom of the 8th. Brulport is sub-200 hitter this season for Montreat, and he'll foul that one off left side as count still remains 1-2 for Bertner in the first batter he's faced. Rams currently have a middle infielder on the grass. Third baseman Cody Crafton playing up just a hair, pull heavy. Just misses the outside edge for a ball there. Bertner trying to work that outside corner. Umpire says no. Count still 2-2 to Brulport as Bertner comes set. Kicks and deals. Swung on and missed. Noah Bertner strikes out Jason Brulport. And that'll be out number 1. Bertner able to work very efficiently last night. Looking to continue that run of efficiency here as he just struck out his first batter that he faced. And that'll bring up number 2. That's the 9-hole hitter, Caden Ethier. Sturgio ranging foul on the track will make the catch as that will record out number 2 as Bertner able to get a quick out from Ethier and turn the lineup back over to number 31, Justin Austin, excuse me. Austin right fielder today for the Montreat Cavaliers. Now stepping into the box. Bertner on the bump now, comes set. Looks in, kicks and deals. And that's a strike outer corner. Allen lays off for strike 1. Bertner ahead early with 2 outs.
See a 1 pitch from Bertner, called ball. A little bit on the outside. Here's a 1-1.
Swung on and missed. Well, swung on and fouled back by Austin, excuse me, for strike 2. Cut on the ball, looking to get a new one. Bertner communicating with the home plate umpire now. And we're back ready to go after the very short stoppage of play there as Bertner back on the rubber for the 1-2. Comes set, fires home. Swung on, hit right side. Dotson lays out, not able to get there. That'll be a base knock for Justin Allen to attempt to extend this inning for Montreat here with 2 outs. And that'll bring up number 19, second baseman Gustavo Gonzalez for Montreat. Gonzalez today has been hitless so far in his 4 at-bats. Swung on. First pitch, Bertner fouled back for a strike. Runner still on first. Bertner keeping his eyes on him, not paying too much attention, however, and will now pick over. Bertner gets his sign here. 1 runner on, 2 out, 1 strike at the plate as lifts his leg and fires, and that'll be a ball low and away to Royston. More commotion coming from that Montreat dugout just as earlier in the game. Trying to get into the head of Bertner, which is, I would assume, a very tough task.
Very, very tough task.
Bertner, very determined, very mentally strong individual. Picks over once more. Allen pretty much standing on the bag there, keeping him honest.
Swung on and missed. Hefty cut. Man, they're acting like softball players down there. Haven't heard that in a while.
Same here. Great pitch from Bertner, though.
Seems unprofessional at some times when the whistling and screaming goes on. Called strike 3 there, looking.
Gonzalez baffled in the box there. Didn't even seem ready for that Noah Bertner flame-throwing fastball.
And he definitely threw it Mike's way.
New pitcher on the mound for Montreat, number 13, Jordan Hart, right-handed pitcher from Oakboro, North Carolina, standing 6 foot tall and is a junior. Leading off for the Rams, bottom 8 here. Number 8, Dylan Dotson, the second baseman. Been productive today with a couple trips to the bases.
One RBI as well.
A RBI single earlier in the game. And then this whole series, he's been very active on the bases, both via walk and via hit.
Here's a 1-0 to Dodson. On the inside corner, kind of brushed him off a little bit.
Hart's offering just not there. 2-0 now. Hart inside again. Seems like he's going at Dodson's knees there for ball 3. Dodson way ahead now, 3-0. As Hart now comes set once more. And called strike on the outer corner. Dodson laid off. Not a perfect pitch for him to drive there, so that'll be strike 1. 3-1 now to the second baseman.
Ball is chopped right to the second baseman, was able to scoop it and get the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
Hard hit ground ball there from Dodson. Just didn't find a hole, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 7, Max McLaughlin. Hart now on the rubber as McLaughlin steps in the box. Righty on lefty matchup here for the designated hitter.
Spiked that fastball. 1-0 count now.
That'll be McLaughlin getting ahead early here as Hart comes set. 1-0 offering on the way. Swung on and shot in the air left side. Third baseman Ramos over there to make the play for out number 2. McLaughlin just seemed to get a little under that and skied it to the left side of the infield there. And that'll bring up shortstop number 2, Josh Holland for the Rams. As there's 2 outs now, and we have time once again. Seems to be another issue with, I believe, the pitch comm for Montreat here.
That has been the second time that they have had a pitch comm issue. Seems like they didn't charge them last night.
Could be. Hart's first pitch to Holland is a strike on the outer edge there. Holland lays off, and now behind 0-1 with 2 outs.
Seems like a hefty thrower. Maybe coming in at 92, 93 maybe. Here's the pitch from 13. Popped up by Holland.
Into right field. Allen over there and will make the play for out number 3. Rams not able to get anything going there. And now we'll move to the top of the 9th inning. Bertner surely coming right back out for the Rams. Ready to begin action. Top 9 here. Leadoff hitter for Montreat is catcher Zachary Long.
Bertner takes a deep breath as he almost shoots and fires to the leadoff of the ninth.
Swung on left side. Foul ball. Long way, though. And that'll be a long strike. 1-2 long. Bertner certainly letting his defense work here often in this game, being very effective at it as he now comes set for the 0-1.
Ball barely outside there. Evens up the count 1-1.
1-1 count now, too long as Bertner comes set. Deep breath and fires.
Ball is barely outside. Looked like a strike to me, but I don't have the best eyes, I would say. Here's a 2-1 from Noah Bertner. Called strike there.
Very loud pop of the catcher's mitt there. Certainly had some juice behind that one as count now moves 2-2 with no outs. Bertner set. 2-2 offering on the way. Check swung. He went.
Definitely went there.
That'll be a strikeout. Noah Bertner to start off the ninth inning.
Bertner seems pretty hyped up about that. Doing his little strut around the mound. Up to bat now for Montreat is Tommy Ramos. Get a little fun fact here. When we went to Montreat last year, he hit a home run off of me, so I believe he has that power. But let's try to strike him down here.
Bertner comes set, kicks and deals. And that is swung on left field. And that ball is out of here. Solo home run by Tommy Ramos now makes it a 10-7 lead for Montreat.
I just believe I jinxed that. I am sorry about that to who is ever listening. to the broadcast.
Now we're up number 34, Daniel Restrepo, the designated hitter. He'll swing on one, punch it foul right side into the home bullpen, 4-1. Bertner remaining calm and composed on the mound following that home run. Now 0-1, delivery on the way. Gets away from Royston behind the dish. That'll be ball number 1. Evens count 1-1 with 1 out. Bertner now set. 1-1 offering on the way. Is outside once again for ball number 2. 2-1 now to Restrepo. Bertner comes set. Delivery is barely out. Royston now going to talk to Bertner just quickly and hash some things out real quick and get everything situated. Catcher Michael Royston now returns behind the plate as Bertner comes set for the 3-1 offering to Restrepo. Fastball out into right field. Ramsey right there at it for out number 2.
Good way to come back from that home run there to get the out. And up to bat now is number 1, freshman Gabriel Farrell.
Farrell pitch ran for Hunter Furchess last inning and is now hitting in his place in the lineup. And that goes outside, ball 1 from Bertner as Farrell able to get ahead here early in the count. Bertner's pitch is in there. Strike 1, evens count 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning.
Trying to work efficiently here to get it out of the inning. Here's a 1-1 from Bertner. Called strike there as well. Counts now 1-2 with 2 outs.
Great pitch from Noah Bertner to find that corner there and keep Farrell guessing.
Here's a 1-2. Swung on and missed.
Bertner retires aside on a strikeout. Cavaliers pick up 1 run that inning, increasing their lead by 3. And Rams will have to get them back as we move bottom 9 here, 10-7 in favor of the Cavaliers. New pitcher for Montreat, number 40, Hunter Rast. 6'3", right-handed pitcher, redshirt junior from Beaufort, South Carolina, formerly at Erskine. Pardon me, Erskine.
It's also Beaufort as well. Have a buddy that goes to USC Beaufort.
My apologies.
I'll say some stuff like that too. It's no big deal. We all make our mistakes.
Batters up for the Rams here, seemingly top of the order. Michael Royston now making his way to the plate following the throwdown from Long. Royston presumably will be hitting from the left side here as Rast is a righty, and he does. Looking to get things going. Bottom 9 for the Rams.
See if we can't get anything started here in the bottom of the 9th. Keep them on their toes a little bit. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Outside ball 1 to Royston. Royston lays off, getting ahead early in this count.
You can see his chain kind of glimmering. Maybe he's trying to puff his chest out there. Ball is inside for ball 2.
Near the back foot of Royston there. Able to work 2-0 now off of Rast. Comes set, kicks and fires. Not there. Ball 3. Royston, really disciplined approach right now. Laying off that pitch. Rast 3-0 pitch on the way. And that'll be ball number 4. Royston able to start off the inning with a 4-pitch walk and get on base here. And Michael Schott will come out and pinch run for the catcher. And that'll give way to number 20, Jordan Ramsey, the right fielder, looking to continue this inning. Rast keeping his eyes on Schott at first here. First pitch to Ramsey, in there for a strike, breaking pitch on the inner corner. Ramsey not what he's looking for, so he'll lay off. Swung on Ramsey to the shortstop Ethier. Ethier to the second baseman, over to first. Not in time. Ramsey beats it out.
Great job by Ramsey to be able to beat that ball out, to not let the double play happen, as he's a very speedy runner.
Unfortunately, Schott is out at second base, but 1 on, 1 out now for the Rams with Chris Johnson at the plate. Rast on the bump now. Ramsey, moderate lead at first base here as Rast now comes set. Slider in there for a strike on Johnson. He'll take it, and that'll be 0-1 early in his at-bat.
Ball is smoked.
Single into left field by Chris Johnson will advance Ramsey to second base, as now Ramsey and Johnson on the base pass for Nick Sturgio. Sturgio, the cleanup hitter for this Rams squad, first baseman as well, looking to aid the cause in any means necessary. Rast now set, keeping his eyes on Ramsey, fires home, and that'll be in there for a strike. Owen offering on the way. Low and out. Back pick attempt at first, unsuccessful. Johnson able to get back without much hassle. And count now moves 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Catcher is trying to get a early out, but was unsuccessful. Here's the 1-1. Called strike there. There's 1-2 count to Sturgio.
Sturgio now looking to protect with 2 strikes here. Inside ball. Great work by Sturgio to lay off of that inside breaking pitch and lift the count to a 2-2. 1 out still here, bottom 9 with 2 on. 1 in scoring position for the Rams.
Here's the 2-2. Ball is outside. Good eye by Nick Sturgio there. Coach Bruce saying to win it. Got to win every pitch here. So we are pretty close.
Full count, 1 out, Sturgio. Swung on, chopped left side to Ethier. Ethier takes it just to first base, records the out at first for out number 2, moves both runners into scoring position, however. And then I'll bring up number 9, Cody Crafton, the third baseman for the Rams, with 2 runners on. Crafton now stepping in against Rast. Rast remains in the stretch here with the 2 runners on.
Here's the 0-0 to Crafton.
Hits him. And that'll load the bases for Sean Cherry, the center fielder. Crafton has now reached in 3 of his 4 today. Very productive day for the third baseman. Cherry stepping in now against Rast with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
See if he can get a little bit of leeway here. Called strike there.
Not the pitch Cherry wanted. He lays off for the called first strike. Great leave there by number 3. Rast comes set. Kicks and fires. Way out for ball 1. Cherry now 1-1 count, 2 outs here. Bases juiced. Called on the corner, strike 2.
That looked a little outside in my opinion, but I'm not the one to judge.
1-2, 2 outs. Sean Cherry now with runners in scoring position. And Rast fighting at him. Punched right side, ground ball. Bobbled by the first baseman. And out will be made at first base, and Montreat win the ball game.
10-7.
First base umpire having an issue with Rast there post game, and that will end the ball game. Rams are defeated by Montreat 10-7.